I have a non-scientific sense that many students overestimate how well they'll do if they retake the LSAT. Can you offer some perspective on that, especially the students who do make a big jump? What distinguishes those who, really do see some value added from one test to the next, and those who don't?
That's a great question, and it's worth asking because LSAT retakes are more common than ever. And if you look at the actual data published by LSAC, the typical student only improves like a point or two. And so I think we have to ask the question why. And ultimately, I think if you want to improve significantly on a retake, you need to think about what you'll do differently this time around going forward to change up your studying. I think a lot of times people underestimate just how much dedication and prep this exam requires. And so if you don't carve out the time in your schedule, you don't make it a priority, then you're not going to get the results. I think people often register for a retake, then the LSAT is kind of always in the background, but on the back burner, but never the top priority. And so for that reason, it kind of just gets to be the week before and they're like, oh yeah, I was registered. I'm going to do another timed exam. But that alone, of course, won't really make any difference. And if anything, if you're rusty from all your previous studying and you didn't stay fresh on it, then that could lead to a drop as well. So I think that it really is about carving out the time. So let's say if you had a busy semester or you were busy doing your internship or partying over the summer and you didn't make it a priority, then yeah, next time around, think about how you will carve out the time. Maybe you want to block off a full day for it, or maybe you want to, if you're using, let's say, Google Calendar or a planner, you have a recurring appointment, a recurring booking where, let's say, every Friday afternoon or every Thursday afternoon, you block off a 3 to 4 hour chunk for nothing but studying. And then Sunday, you do the same thing. Or maybe you take a lighter course load one semester so that you can give the LSAT the attention it deserves of being, let's say, 10, 15 hours a week. A lot of times also students won't be willing to make the investment in prep materials. And it's kind of crazy to me because you could just buy one of these $20 books of LSAT exams. They're called books of actual official LSAT prep tests if you want to search them. One $20 book to get a fresh, clean copy of exams to do and redo. The ROI on that could be huge versus let's say like using any old book that your friend gave you or buying a used book that has markings in it. You're wasting your time if you just kind of go through it, erasing everything. It's worth making the investment in yourself on this. So carving out the time, getting the best resources possible, that's what really makes the difference. And like I said, there's also to consider how long your study timeline is. Are you willing to invest 5 to 6 months or more? That's what the people who really do the best on this exam typically invest that amount of time in this exam, and they do more than 10 exams. Maybe you want to get a couple books of 10 exams to do. And it's really, if you think about it, only $30 for, let's say, you're getting, or let's say $60 to get 30 actual released exams. That's more than enough study material, and you could study just with that and free resources online, and that alone would be enough.